Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key on your video player.
Good day, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your agriculture update, and this is for the evening as we're here now on Tuesday, the 18th of September, 2018, and we're at 4:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Before I get too far, I want to wish all of our Jewish viewers a very happy New Year. Tomorrow's the religious holiday, Yom Kippur. A lot of people will be in synagogue, so the market volumes often drop off. Please keep that in the back of your mind. As we take a look at the weekly area chart of beans, you're now down to an 814 area. I would not be surprised, and I've had a lot of meetings in the office saying they're trying to flush everybody out. Anyone holding this, they're going to cry uncle at some point. And when they hold those beans at this low of a break, remember, you were at 1050 back in March. This is one heck of a break. You're not going to get any help from China buying our soybeans, not with them increasing tariffs. So you just keep sinking down. We'll be the people that everyone comes to last to get the beans via the combination of harvest coming up right now. Why buy in front of the harvest? You might get more pressure. The strong dollar, higher U.S. interest rates. So the market has been on a ledge and still falling, as you can see. The pattern, lower highs, lower lows. You'd have to take out 846 and a quarter to negate that pattern. The market is trading under the 18-day average. The bias is down in the market. When I look at Bollinger Bands, you can see that you're now under the lower Bollinger Band. Actually, you're not. You're right on it, 814, and that's where that number is. So both the price and the lower Bollinger Band are together. The question is, does momentum ever lock in? You're oversold, so when you hit a lower Bollinger Band, what I teach is, what I think traders do is they cover parts of their short position. Now, I can't answer if you're a one-lot trader, a 50-lot trader, as they call it. That's contracts at a time. I don't know. But that's where I think some money's coming off the table. You'll hear me say that when you first hit it here, when you hit it here. I'll be consistent with it. If I'm not, slap me on the face. I should be. And that's what I think is going on. That does not mean it's a trend change. That does not mean the market can't go lower. It's just respecting the Bollinger Band. It didn't fall through it and crash apart. In the meal, I thought we'd make a run for the lower Bollinger Band on this break. Well, you're oversold. You're within 90 cents. For all purposes, you're about there. In the soybean oil, this is called riding the lower Bollinger Band, and it's a very bearish setup. It's when the market just sits on that number, can't get away from it, and often it's accompanied by stochastics embedding. Embedding means they change from being oversold in this condition, because they're pointing down, to locking in a downtrend. It happens when both numbers stay under 20 3 days in a row or more. There's day 2. The day before was not there. That was Friday. So all you need to do tomorrow is keep both numbers under 20, and it's called embedded. If you lose it, then I think you go back to the 18-day average. Till that occurs, I think the traders will just be out very aggressive on the market. Corn is different. While it's riding the lower Bollinger Band, it's nowhere near embedding. It's just an oversold market that's laid down and given up. It's really that's the way to say it. I don't know what would turn it. I can tell you that if you took out 352.5, you would negate this current leg of the downtrend, which has got a pattern of lower highs and lower lows. Where it ends, it can just keep riding that band. You don't be a hero. The wheat market lost its embedded reading. Now, this is what you call losing it. Do you notice both numbers are over 20? The day before, one of them was over 20. So it can't regain it. Often when this occurs, I wish I could use the word always, I can't, price and the 18-day average make a run for each other. That's what I think is in the cards right here. I'm wrong if you take out that low that I'm pointing to right there. In the sugar market, wow. You had a dramatic run-up, and all of a sudden the market is just plain let go on this pattern. And the projection on a pattern like this is going to be interesting. Is the market going to make a run for the lower Bollinger Band? It is not. in a problem. It is not oversold yet. It could be when it reopens. Resistance back at 1078 right now. Coffee, just bearish. Lower highs, lower lows. This broke out of that sideways pattern. This is that sideways pattern I so often tell you about. And when you break out, you have to understand, you do get oversold or overbought to break out, but if it hangs at the Bollinger Band, it just keeps hanging on it, and it's a pattern you have to learn to work with. Cocoa could do the same. Notice how suddenly the cocoa is stuck between these Bollinger Bands. Tonight, it's got a pattern of lower highs, lower lows. So I would expect resistance to come in against wherever the 18-day average. When the market opens, it'll drop a little bit tomorrow. It is oversold. I don't think you're going to get aggressive sellers on the break into the Bollinger Band, but on rallies, I wouldn't be surprised that you get more selling. Cotton, this is another classic case. See how the Bollinger Bands are sideways? This is that sideways action. And from here, what the market decided to do is break out. There could be more legs to this market on the downside, as you can see. You know, obviously seeing the U.S. and China with more tariffs, do you think they're going to buy our cotton? I don't think so. Market headed down when it saw that action in part. In the beef market, still very strong, and the strongest of it all right now on breaks is probably going to be feeders. Now, you're going to say, why should feeder cattle be that way? Let me ask you a question. What do you do with ultra-cheap corn? Do you market it, or do you use it in hogs and beef so that you can make profit on those if there's a demand for them? And this is why you're going up in the what we'll call the stocker cattle, the feeder cattle, and why the hogs are going up. You got nothing else to do with that corn. You might as well get animals, feed them, and try to make some money if there's the demand for those. And even though you hear China's not buying our hogs, you know, right in the background, Mexico's going to sign a deal with us. They're going to take certain cutouts. If we can put Canada together, that starts opening. I mean, there's other markets for it. And these markets, I think what you're seeing is they're responding to what's going on in the feed. As you can see, the markets are closed. I wrote my gold report today. It covers an awful lot. It's 5 charts or so in there. And in the charts, what I do is I'm going to cover for you a lot of different areas. I'm going to cover the seasonals. I'm going to go back and show you what the 30-year seasonal, the 15 and the 5-year is at this time of year, going right into year end for gold on a traditional basis. Then I'm going to look at the market on the current chart patterns that we have. So you're going to get that. You're going to get the gold chart analysis, price counts, the seasonals, all of this put in, and I'm going to lay over the euro currency and the gold together to give you an idea of what's going on with the relationship between those two. When will it come out? Tomorrow. So if you're not on my mailing list, you want to get there. You can call my staff, you can go to our website and sign up for our gold report, and you can also come up here and just click on this icon. It'll take you to the page to sign up for it as well. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a good day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.